going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another exciting episode of Oh, That's Random Podcast. I am your host, that guy, the one and only Nerdy G. Listen, like, subscribe, share, do all that good old stuff. If this is your first time here, welcome. If this is your time returning, welcome once again. Appreciate you for keep rocking with us here at Oh, That's Random Podcast. You know, the podcast where we take a little time to explore the extraordinary and ordinary. Just like that. Listen, today, guys, the best way to support us here, not only subscribing, liking, engaging in some of the content that we're putting out, but also, too, listen, slide on over there to get some of this wonderful nerdy merch. It's on the screen right now. Take a look at it. Different variation styles, things that you love, things that are dear to Nerdy's heart, things that you will, walk out there and people be like, dang, where you get that from? Just that it is. Listen, enough of the shameless plug. Get into it, right to it. And this is for Mr. George R.R. Martin. There are a ton of fire and ice fans out there. Notice I said fire and ice, right? Not Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones is HBO's adaptation of a Song of a Fire and Ice, which if you listen to the book on Audible, you can see episode 1, 2, and 3. And the reason why I call it an adaptation, because, of course, they had to make it for TV. They took things out. Book readers know the things that they took out. Book readers could follow along. Those who watched the show then went back and read the books, you followed along up to a certain point. There are things in the show that they had to change for good reason. I'm not here to talk about that at all. Fans of A Song of Fire and Ice, I'm here to talk about Mr. Martin. And Mr. Martin, I'm here to take your voice away for a second. And this is why I'm going to do this. Because of you. You can't be upset with us, the fans. You can't. You can't be upset with us because you wrote wonderful art and we're on the edge of our seats to see how it finishes. You, sir, yourself, came out in the very, very beginning and said that the show would never catch up with you completing the book. We're 13 years overdue, buddy. Maybe more than that. We're overdue, okay? Even if I want to start at the clock at when the TV series ended, we're way overdue, buddy. Way overdue, okay? Makes no sense. Then you want to, when people ask you questions about it throughout the years, you tell them, oh, I'm working on it, I'm doing this. It takes a little time. You do this, and then on your It's Not a Blog, you drop a little teaser here. You drop a little teaser there. George, what do you expect, sir? What do you expect, George, when it's like putting a carrot in front of the donkey? Okay? I'm not comparing us, the fans, to donkeys. But if you put a carrot out there in front of the donkey is going to chase that carrot, within chances of hoping that they get the carrot. You, sir, your little rant that you had on your It's Not a Blog, the way that you said we don't care about anything else that you've done. Okay. You know that. We know that. It doesn't have to be said. We want one thing and one thing only. Two things, really. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. Right now, me personally, I want one thing only, and that's the Winds of Winter. There are other people out there who feel the exact same. There are other people who want Winds of Winter, A Dream of Spring. I believe that's what the segment was supposed to be called. Neither here nor there. My focus, Winds of Winter. You can't get upset or you can't get mad because we don't like your other stuff. That's like an artist saying, you like my first album, but you don't like my second album. So I like your album. I like what I like. What people art is subjective. Let's say that art is subjective to the person who is receiving the art. If a ton of people enjoy the series A Song of Fire and Ice, then that's what they enjoy. If they can give two craps about, let me get it. I want to quote this the right way. I don't know any of the other books, but hold tight. I got you. Because I am gonna say what you said, because it makes no sense. I edit the Wild Cards books too, but you hate Wild Cards. George, I don't even know what Wild Cards is. Okay? When I think of Wild Cards, I'm thinking, okay, we playing poker and they go aces wild. Okay, cool, got it. Then you might hate everything else I do. Or you may hate everything else I have written. The Hugo winners and Hugo losers. Okay? Listen, Hugo Boss was a clothing line. They had some dope cologne. That's what I can tell you about that. Listen, people felt there's a world where people fell in love with you for a song of Fire and Ice. And that's all they want to know you for. And that's okay. You can't tease your fans. It's coming. You can't tell them that, hey, it's going to be done before the show will ever catch up. You can't say, oh, I'm living in my own stuff, because you are. You can't give us the excuses and then talk arrogantly, put the little thirst trap out there, and then do these things to get us hype about what you may or may not put out. That's all I'm saying. There's not much to this. But George, you, sir, have to wrap your brain around that. Your little temper tantrums. Listen, let's be honest. The show on HBO blew up. Brought a whole nother fan base to you. So now you got people going back behind the books, rereading your books. I'm pretty sure you're getting money from that. You got executive credits on all the shows that they're doing based off of that content from HBO. You're getting paid for that. You're out eating better than you have ever in your life. The fame, you're in rooms that you've never been before in your life, George. Thanks to your fans, your hardcore fans. Now, I'll tell you this, and I'll say this time and time again. Even watching the very first episode, that first 7-10 minutes was tough watch. I don't know about this. Book readers, you bought a book. You're not going to give up after the first 7 pages. You're going to keep reading, because that's just kind of what we do, right? You don't buy a book and say, "Oh, I'm done after the first 7 pages." Then capture what I wanted. So I'm off on this book. No, we bought the book. We're going to read the book in totality. Okay, we're going to read from start to finish. And if it's garbage at the end, then we'll say it's garbage at the end. Or we might read it a second time and say, hey, maybe there's something I missed. Maybe I didn't comprehend this right. Then, maybe you go get it in a book group, and then you talk about it with people in the book group, and then you go, oh, okay, maybe I see it that way. Maybe there's something that a person may have missed in book group, right? Just reading books. But even with TV shows, it's a little different, right? You got to get past that first. And then it was the book readers. No. Hey, keep watching. I promise you, it gets good. It gets good. And that's what happened. But then you start, hey, we saw George. We saw you smiling everywhere. We saw you cheesing everywhere. We saw you eating good. You got a little bit bigger for a minute. George, you did this. You gave us something to be engulfed in. You gave us greatness. And if you're feeling the pressure from the greatness that you wrote, listen, cut everything off. You're still writing on a typewriter. It's not that hard to power down the phone. It's not that hard to lock yourself away. You know what I'm saying? Have people come and check in. Have people come and check on you, right? Still bring you things, tea, whatever it is that you need, and immerse yourself in that world. And I know you said that you think about them every day. I know that you say that you live in that world. That's a world that you created. Of course, only you can bring it to where it needs to be. You gave the showrunners an ideal of this is how it's going to end. Cool. If we all figured that Bran was going to end up on the throne any darn way, let's think about it. How do we get there? It's like an autobiography, right, of our favorite people that we like. We know what happened in the end. That's not why we watch autobiographies. We watch autobiographies to see what happened in between to get you to that point. You, sir, in the book, Stannis Baratheon, Stannis is still alive. If I'm not mistaken, Stannis is still alive in the book. You killed him on the show. Or left it open-ended. Where I was like, hey, whoa, Brienne Tarth kill him? Is that going to happen in the book? I don't think it is. That's just me. I don't think Brienne of Tarth is going to kill Stannis Baratheon in the book. That's just me. It's my thoughts. My brain. If Bran is the person who is supposed to be on the throne, cool. How do we get there? Who kills the Night? I really want to know what the real fight scene between the Night King when he comes. I want to know how that is truly going to go down. I want to be glued, turning the pages, okay? Hanging on every word that you say. But George, you're depriving us of this. But at the same time, you're antagonizing us because you drop these teasers. You'll come back and then you'll put these little excerpts out. And then you'll get upset because we're not checking out your other stuff. You made enough money off of us just on your Song of Fire and Ice. Enjoy that. Enjoy the fact that we gave you that. And enjoy the fact that your fans, your hardcore, long-term fans, has given you a life that you could never imagine or dream of. All we're asking is for 2 pieces of content. Me personally, 1. But 2 pieces of content that you have enjoyed enough of your life. And if you are in a state where you feel like once you complete it, then what's next for George? Then that's a different conversation. That's a different conversation. Okay. And that talks to above my pay grade. Go get you a therapist. Work that out. Because clearly you have great writings around A Song of Fire and Ice. We're talking about the Duncan Egg series. We're talking about the dragons. No, I say Duncan and Egg, but even the Targaryens, the history lore that you wrote for these, A Dance with Dragons. Listen, your mind is creative. You, sir, can strike lightning in a bottle again. Don't think that once you complete Winds of Winter and A Dream of Spring or A Dream of Summer, whatever it is, that you can't recreate something new. I get that you're trying to, hey, I got these other books. Hey, I did this, I did that. Those don't hit as hard as this. One thing that you do in your books, foreshadowing. I love a guy. I love anybody who can mask foreshadowing events and kind of make you want to go back and like, oh snap, this was on page, this is what they said, and you want to stop reading where you're at and go back and read, say, okay, you said X, Y, and Z here, and now I'm here, and this is about to unfold. Oh snap! Oh my God! Emotion. That's what books do. Books take you away, and George, you found a way to do that. You found a way to do that. But you can't be mad at us because in this time where we're in, some of us need that getaway. With the way that they're trying to push books and try to take them out of schools and everything like that, George, we need books. Regardless, fantasy books, we need them. We need books, period. Books are everything. Listen, I love reading because my aunt used to make me read any Disney movie that I wanted to see. I had to read the book, and then she'll let me see the movie. Do you understand that even now, as an adult, I think about the capitalism on that? Because think about it. What if a lot of people made their kids do that? Read the book first, and then they get the movie. Then they get to see the movie. Think about it. Disney got paid twice. They got paid because they bought the book, and they got paid because we went to the movie theater to see it, and then probably gonna get paid a third time because, hey, I need that on VHS. I know, I just showed my age. It's okay. George, because of that, I wanted to read your books. Your books came across my path because I like reading. Cool, got it. Oh, they made a show about this? Oh, okay. Cool. This is nice. Seeing it and understanding like, oh, this is page such and such, this is page this is page that. You can see it, but they changed this, they changed that. I don't care. It's an adaptation. It's on TV. I can see it. You're upset. You don't know when you're going to finish it. You think that your life's greatest work, you think once it's done, you are done. That's not true. I'm here telling you, your fans can tell you, all of us will tell you, just because you finish the series of A Song of Fire and Ice, you're not done. You're not done. Your life work is not over. Maybe these other things that you want us to be enthused about, maybe because you want it so bad, that's why we're not. We're not saying that it's not great pieces of literature of what you created. We're just saying it's not a song of a fire and ice. You have to understand how well you wrote that series. You have to understand. You have to understand the story. It's like, yo, don't get attached to the characters. Yo, that's a funny thing. But think about it. Even if the character only lived for 30 pages, within those 30 pages of that character living, you made us get attached to that person, or made us think, oh, I kind of like, never mind. To be able to enact and get that reaction from a person that is just reading, you're doing something special. Okay? You're doing something special. But you can't dangle this little carrot in front of us and then expect us not to get upset when you don't deliver. You are well overdue. You were arrogant and said that the show would never, that the book would be done before the show would end. You said that. We didn't expect that. We I don't know where everybody's expectations were at. My expectations were like, hey, it's been a minute. We'll get the book when we get it. That was my expectations. When I saw the interview of you saying that, hey, I'm on the red carpet, the show won't finish before I finish the book, okay. All right, well, cool. Show finished in 2018, if I'm not mistaken. So if the show finished in 2018, here we are in 2025. I mean, y'all do the math. It's not that hard. Y'all can do the math. And then you're teasing us. Oh, I'm working on it. Okay, cool. But don't keep putting it out there and then keep putting it off and then go do this and then go do that and go do all these other things and try to, hey, get this and get, no. I'm here for this right now. Close me out here and then we can talk about other things. Like right now you're being a bad salesman, right? It's like, hey, the person is here for this specific thing. Let them get this specific thing, and then you try to sell them whatever else it is that you got. This whole upselling deal that you're trying to do with your other materials that is not of the lure of A Song of Ice and Fire, Fire and Ice. We don't want that. The core fans don't want that. So you can't get upset and go on You're Not a Blog and bitch about it. You created this. You created this mess. I think if you don't say anything, nobody. I get it. You don't want people to forget you, but you also don't want to piss them off. And I think you've done a very bad job of doing both. You don't want us to forget you. We don't. But the things that you do only pisses us off because we don't see the end anytime near. If it's a psychological thing, go talk to a therapist. Got enough money, go get you some of the best therapists to walk you through this. And listen, I guarantee you, the fans will tell you, we're not done with you once you finish Winds of Winter and A Dream of Summer, or A Dream of Spring, whichever one it is. I believe it's spring. But we're not done with you. So if that's what you're worried about, if that's what you're thinking about, it's not that. We're here. We're gonna rock with you. Okay? We just want to know how, in your brain, how do we truly get Bran on the throne? Because we do believe that Bran's going to be on the throne. If you said you gave the showrunners the ending, we want to know how, with where we at right now in the book, how do we get to that point from your brain? Because the adaptation couldn't do it justice on screen. And we all know there were some things. The show was great. Nothing bad to say about the show. But as book readers, we know there were things that we wish could have been done on the show. You know, better or whatever. But it's an adaptation, so you got to take it. You got to take it. When I sit on here and I speak about comic book movies are adaptations of stories told by many people in the comic book world. You got to understand, they're not pulling straight from every single storyline that Stan Lee wrote. There are multiple writers on these comic books, and they're remixing these comic books. Comic books have been popping since way before I was even born. So the fact that they're pulling from stories and to make it palatable for people to be able to ingest when they go take their kids to the movies, or when they go to the movies themselves to watch it, there has to be some give and pull, because comic book readers are different. George, your Song of Fire and Ice audience is a different caliber of people. They understand and they enjoy the content that they fell in love with. No different than a comic book reader or lover. They understand what's going on, and they look at it and they say, "This is it." So when I tell you that, I'm not saying nothing bad to you, George. All I'm saying is, you created this mess. Only you can be the one to clean it up. You have all the tools to clean it up. You have your typewriter. You have your health. You have, I'm pretty sure, a nice place to stay in and make it cozy as you want to. You can snuggle up, and then you can complete what can be considered probably your life's greatest work. Don't worry about the pressure. The only pressure you have is the pressure that you put on yourself and how you want it. It's on you. You just got to get out of your own head. So that's all I got for you, George, right now. I'm not going to be the dead horse. I'm not going to play a musical selection today. Okay? I'm not going to do that today, which is a little different from the norm, but you know, powers that be, something's going on weird. So it's like they're removing a couple of my shows from Spotify because I'm playing the music, and I'm not a fan of that. So not gonna. Once I figure that whole part out, we'll get back to playing the musical selection of the day. But if you do want to get some of the music that I'm attaching to this, slide on over to the Patreon. Link is in the description. There's still music over there. But that's that. Listen, George, normally I do a closeout. Here's my closeout to you, George R.R. Martin. Take the pressure off yourself. Get off the internet. Go to a nice little lake cabin, or go to where you feel most comfortable and most ease in the world. Disconnect from everything. Don't talk to your publishers. Don't talk to managers, no nothing. Keep your wife with you, whomever that you need. Keep it small. Go in there and complete your life's greatest work. And I guarantee you, just because you complete it does not mean that your fans are done with you. That's what I got for you. Listen, this has been That's Random Podcast, the podcast where we take a little time to explore the extraordinary and ordinary. I am your host, that guy, Nerdy G, George R.R. Martin. Own it. Own the series. It's yours. Own it. Make it great. Give us the finish. That's all we ask. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, if you made it this far, thank you for staying and rocking with me. Until next time, I'm out.